Hello and welcome to week 5. For week 5, you're going to complete your reading assignment first. So when you click into that, you'll notice that you're going to read chapter 40. And I've given you some additional, help for the assignment this week here. So definitely you've got some guidelines for your visual definition. This particular chapter talks about how to create a definition argument. So it walks you through defining as a writing strategy. And then you've got some just help on pronouns. Like I said, always some extra support. In your review section, you're going to see that your criteria for this assignment. You're going to turn this in at the end of the week. Again, I'm kind of keeping us to, problems that are near us or, things that we've been exposed to so that we can write and create from our own experiences. This is going to have you create a visual definition where you choose a word here to define, but you use it, you kind of define it through the lens of homelessness. So, they're problems that, have plagued our communities for sure. I mean, we see this pretty much everywhere we go. And there are feelings that both the homeless and others have. Sometimes it's on the more negative end where it's fear or hopelessness, but sometimes it's on the other end where there's gratitude or joy or relief. So just think about what word you would want to define and how you're going to set that up visually. So you want to, of course, build up the characteristics of that particular word. So an example would be if I were defining teenager, I might focus on characteristics like moodiness, disorganization, lack of personal hygiene, belligerence. Those might be things that come across, in defining a teenager. I might use an anecdote. I might explain, compare, show a cause and effect, those types of things. But when you put this together, you're going to, and of course these frames are loosely, you might have 50 frames, you might have 10 frames. It really, you want to just be sure that you've covered, the fact that this needs to be between 1 and 2 minutes long. So that's going to, determine how much you use in visual, images, videos, text, etc. Again, you're going to want to think about what it takes to really define this word. So all of you will include the title. So often that's the word that you're defining and the author is you. You're going to introduce that, term to be defined. You want to, in some way, again, make the audience and purpose evident without explicitly stating them. Who is your audience for this, and what do you hope we get by the end of defining this word? You're going to combine images, color, music, text, video, whatever it is to define that particular term. And then you're going to, somehow think of a way that you're going to close. How are you going to reinforce the meaning of that in a creative way, not simply say the same thing that you said in frame 2. Your credits works cited page doesn't need to be formal. If you've used Google Images, you can say something like all images, obtained from Google. You want the name of your song and the artist in there. And if you've used anything else, you could even just put the links to where you found those. It doesn't have to be formal, but it just needs to credit, because you have pulled from a variety of sources for this particular assignment, and it's a soft start into that works cited page that we're going to do in the last essay. All right, then you're also going to submit your written reflection, and you'll make a 1-page essay. Remember, an essay has an intro, body, and conclusion, and in it you'll answer these questions. That's due on the same day as the presentation itself, which is, your visual definition. All right, and if you have questions, as always, feel free to reach out. All right, this also gives you a playlist of previous students. That's going to start in a second, sorry. But it gives you a playlist of other students visual definitions over time. So that gives you a starting place if you're not sure how to start this. You'll turn in all of your assignments this week on Sunday. Your discussion forum is going to ask you to submit the link to your visual definition and then view at least 2 other students' videos and comment on them. Comment them on them, not in a way that we would if it were peer review. You don't want to provide constructive criticism. You can consider because they won't have an opportunity to revise. So what you want to consider is commenting with what you've learned about the issue or what part of the definition resonates with you. So you're going to have all 3 posts due on Sunday this week. You're also going to submit that visual definition and the written reflection to me, and that will be on Sunday, and then you'll take your quiz on the reading assignment. If you have any questions as you move through this process, simply reach out via email, or we can always set up an opportunity to meet.